Hi, I've had several questions from teachers on how to get Moodle to calculate our new grades for this fourth quarter based on how we're going to calculate for this quarter, and we can easily set that up in Moodle. I'm going to go into my teacher gradebook, and right now in my gradebook you can see that I've got my hardware grade, then fourth quarter, and then down here somewhere I start my hidden and zeroed section down there. So I'm going to make it so that we see fourth quarter, but we also see that average, so we can choose the highest. So I'm going to add a category called pre-NTI. So we know that the pre-NTI grade is going to be 3/4 of the grade, and fourth quarter is going to be 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the category total and show more and say this pre-NTI grade is going to be worth 300 points, since fourth quarter is worth 100, so that it's averaged together to be 25% of the grade. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to add pre-NTI, make it worth a maximum grade of 300, and save changes. Now I'm going to find my other quarters and put them in that pre-NTI. So I'm going to go down here to, here's my hidden and zeroed category, and there's third quarter. I'm going to grab third quarter. I'm going to drag down to the bottom and put that inside pre-NTI. And then I'm going to go and drag, next one I should see, second quarter. And I'm going to put that down there in pre-NTI. There's my pre-NTI. There's my third quarter. I'm going to pop it right between the two. And then I'm going to go find first quarter and do the same thing again and put that in that pre-NTI section. Let's see if I can find it. Where are we at? There we go. Okay. Put it in there. Now I still have it hidden and zeroed, and I still have that hidden and zeroed because I've got things that don't count in any of the quarter grades in there. So I want to leave that the way it is. So now I'm going to go back to my grades, and I've got that covering up my names there. Now you can see I've got a fourth quarter grade here, and then I've got a hardware grade. So this is my course total, and this is fourth quarter, and you can see this student did better if we use this number. This one did better if we use this number. This one does better if we use just the fourth quarter. Average, fourth quarter, and fourth quarter. So now when I go into Dazzle, all I'll have to do is look at this list, and obviously I won't have my names covered up, and just choose the highest of those two. Again, this is only going to work if you didn't mess with the first, second, third quarter grades after you did upload them into Dazzle. I don't know why you would, but as long as those quarter grades are still right in Moodle, then I've just gone and said, okay, there were 75%, and fourth quarter's worth 25, and I can just look in one place and see both those. If you're a semester course, we're doing the same thing. We'll just move third quarter into that pre-NTI section, because again, we're going to say 75% for previous things done in the course, and 25% for this quarter, and the highest of those two. Yes, a student can still fail. If all their grades are Fs, they're still going to end up with an F. This student in particular got an F this quarter, and if they had gotten a little lower of an F, they would have gotten an F overall probably too, but they didn't. But you can see how easy it is to do it that way. So I would recommend doing that. I would also say that one of the things you could do would be to make sure that pre-NTI is hidden, although it's not really that big of a deal. If you see right here, because it's hidden, or because I didn't go and hide it, it shows a pre-NTI category that's worth 75%, but it doesn't really do anything on the student view. It only does something on our view. If I was to look at the same student as me instead of as them, then as me, all of a sudden that actually has grades, and we can see the difference in there. But all these things that were hidden when we look at it in the gradebook as me are different than the ones when we look at it as the user in the gradebook. So that's it. As far as, we're just going to add a pre-NTI section and make it worth 300 points. Throw those previous quarters in there, and then we just have to look right there in the gradebook to see whether we should use the fourth quarter grade or that averaged grade, and Moodle's doing it all for us.